Hey guys, I have something very important to update on. I got my prescription in the mail for testosterone. I don't think that has my address on it, does it? Nope, just my name. And I've already told you guys my name plenty of times. So, my prescription from the apothecary shops, which I told you about in another video, and it is true. If you actually live in Columbus, it's even better because this entire 10 milliliter vial plus syringes is $40. Now, to have it shipped, I don't know if it's shipped anywhere, but I told them I was also in Ohio. So, but to at least get it shipped within the state, it is $50, and upping $10 for shipping and handling is a decent amount. So, I would go ahead and call them up and see if they can ship out of state too, because even if they bump it up a little bit, that's still better than most of the shit you're gonna get locally. And this came incredibly fast. Like, they ask you to mail in your prescription or have your doctor fax it to you. You are not allowed to fax them your prescription for some reason. But, I mailed them my prescription, and I dropped the letter in the box on Sunday. Whenever the fuck it got there pretty fucking fast, because this was in front of my door on Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. So, within 4 days, they received it and had it shipped out. Which, I mean, you just can't beat that. I mean, that's better than going out to the pharmacy, honestly. But yeah, this is what it came in. I thought 10 milliliter vials were bigger. I don't know why I thought that, but yeah. One of the cool things about it is they let you pick the needles. Like, they don't automatically give you like a standard size. You actually get to pick the needle size that you want. They automatically will give you this, which is an 18 gauge, 1.5 inch needle. You'll see it better when I do my shot. They automatically give you, it depends on your prescription. Mine is 1 milliliter every week, so I only get 10 needles. So they give you 10 of these, for my prescription anyway. Whatever yours is could be different. But they automatically give you the 18 gauge, 1.5 inch needle. And I told them that I prefer doing it subcutaneously, but I would like a mix so that I could try doing intramuscular too. And there needs to be way more information out there on subcutaneous, because my doctor and the pharmacy both did not know that you could inject testosterone subcutaneously. Anyway, I asked for a mix of needles, and they gave me a 1 inch 20 gauge needle for intramuscular. Which is, well, I asked for a 1.5 inch 20 gauge for intramuscular, but they only had the 1 inch, so. And I asked for a 5/8 of an inch 25 gauge, but they didn't have it. They said they had a 1 inch. But for some reason, they sent me a 1.5 inch 25 gauge. So, I mean, that's ridiculously long compared to my other ones. And that's 5/8 of an inch. And yeah, so this will be kind of weird to inject with, since this I normally know when to stop when the entire needle's gone in. This is almost 3 times the size of the other one. So, I don't know. I guess I'll have to be very careful with these, or I'll just keep using these. Anyway, put all these things back. Today, I am going to try my very first intramuscular shot. And I've been doing some research on intramuscular stuff, particularly on spotinjections.com. It's actually, it's a website that shows you all of the different muscles that you can inject testosterone into. Now they are referring to steroids on their website, but it's the exact same thing. Because I was a little concerned about the area in which trans guys are often told where to inject, because usually the bigger the muscle, the easier it is to inject. And my muscle, like my inner thigh muscle, is not very big at all. But my outer thigh muscle is ridiculous. So I wanted to see if it was okay to do the outer thigh muscle. And on spotinjections.com, they only do the outer thigh muscle. So, if anybody's having problems with their inner thigh muscle, I recommend you go to that site and look at all the different muscles that you can inject into, especially if you've been on testosterone for a really long time and you've got scar tissue built up in some of your muscles and you want other places to inject into. But yeah, there's like 3 different muscles in the leg that you can inject into alone. Not to mention all the other muscles everywhere. I mean, you can inject into your shoulder, your trap, bicep, tricep, the lat, chest, the calf. There might be one more that I'm forgetting, but I'm not sure. But yeah, there's more than just the leg and your ass that you can inject into. So, very valuable information for those of you who have been on testosterone for several years and are building up painful scar tissue. Anyway, I am going to do my shot. Obviously, first step is wash your hands. Right, hands are washed. Next, I got my cotton balls, my rubbing alcohol, and my testosterone. Alright, I've pulled up spotinjections.com. The only bad thing about spotinjections.com is it doesn't explain each step. It just has a photo and then it tells you what step it is. I don't know if I'm just a dumbass or if I really don't know, but I did not know what aspiration was. I had always heard that you're supposed to aspirate when you do intramuscular injections or make sure that there's no blood. And, I never fully understood what it was until I got this one specific tutorial that explained what aspiration was and actually, told you what to do. Okay, this is the spot I'm going to be injecting into because this is where my muscle is the biggest. I'm just going to sterilize this whole general area just because I'm not entirely sure where exactly I want to inject yet. I just know I want to inject somewhere in this area. Next, I sterilize the top of my testosterone bottle. Now you definitely have to bear with me because I've only practiced the actual sticking in one time, and that was with a 25 gauge needle. So I'm not entirely comfortable with it. But one valuable piece of information I have learned is that, for me, anyway, it actually hurts way more breaking the skin than it does to actually go into the muscle. Okay, and you warm up the testosterone while the alcohol is drying. Makes you feel like you have something to do. And one thing I've noticed compared to my my illegal testosterone, which is 250 milligrams per milliliter, and this is cypionate, 200 milligrams per milliliter. Y'all need to quit complaining about how thick this stuff is, because this stuff is practically water compared to what I'm used to. I'm just saying, this stuff is not thick. And I've been shooting stuff that is literally syrup compared to this through a 25 gauge needle. Y'all must be some impatient motherfuckers. Anyway. Ooh, that's a big needle. I'm glad that doesn't have to go in me. Anyway, this is the 1.5 inch 18 gauge that they give you to draw it out in. I've always been told you take in the amount of air that you're filling it up to, which in my case is 1 milliliter. And then you stab it in. Turn it upside down. Push the air in. Oh, hey. That's kind of cool. It's drawing it out on its own. Like, literally, I didn't pull the plunger back. I pushed the air in and it's coming out on its own. Or at least half a milliliter did, anyway. Change out the needles. And figure out how to change the needle. Okay. This pops off. Ooh, that's so much bigger than I'm used to. That's kind of creepy. I'm so not used to big needles. But, yeah, this is this is Stop Pain. It was specifically it's specifically recommended for people who have to do, like, insulin shots. And it pretty much numbs the area that you're about to inject yourself with. You don't have to rub it in or anything. You just spray it on, let it dry. Okay, that's definitely far enough. Nothing. Calm down. Calm down. Oh shit. I guess I didn't leave it in there long enough. Ah, freaking me out. Of course, now it takes the full effect of Big Numb. Of course. Okay, so officially, from the start of this video, it's taken me, I had 1 hour and 17 minutes to do my first intramuscular shot. I'm hoping I can do it in 45 minutes the next time. Now, with the stop pain, it wasn't nearly as bad as my first 3 tries. So, yeah. I'm just very, very glad it's over. And the actual injection part is so much easier with the 3 milliliter and the 20 gauge needle. It definitely makes it almost worthwhile because I can get the shot over with so quickly. But, yeah. So, I'm going to go freak out now. Because I just shoved that fucking thick of a needle in my leg and injected shit. So I'm gonna freak out and celebrate, and yeah, so that was my 30th shot of testosterone and my very first intramuscular shot.